What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Some commentary for you. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit that like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, Shutdown Safety is my username. Man, I was not going to do this video, I promise you. I put the other video up a little earlier than normal because I like to respond to your guys' comments and interact with you a bit more than I have been in the past. It's kind of been something I've been working on doing better and being better at. I've got to be at work in about 8 hours, and I made that subconscious effort to say, listen, don't stay up all night looking at what people say on your channel, responding to comments. Just put this up early, get some sleep. But I couldn't help myself. I can't help myself. Every comment section, Twitter, Operation Sports, you name it, I go there. They talk about Madden. Gameplay is the overwhelming topic. And I just wanted to come out and speak on it, guys. I mean, listen. Gameplay doesn't matter to me anymore. The gameplay videos don't do anything for me. 4 or 5 years ago, you want to talk about my maturation as a commentator. 4 or 5 years ago, I'd break down a trailer for an hour and a half. I break down gameplay snippets. And I just don't care to do it anymore. And you know why? A big part of the reason I don't care to do it anymore is you guys, right? I mean, you're sitting here, you're watching me play Axis football, you're watching me play Canadian football, and I've got people telling me, this game sucks. This game is the worst game I've ever played. Worst game I've ever seen. That looks terrible. Why are you playing that? Holy shit, that's awful. And I know that you've never played the game. So I realize how powerful looking at gameplay is. Okay? And I don't have any conspiracy theories as to who, what, when, where, and why the footage got captured. Who isn't showing it, why they're not showing it, when they're going to show it. Who cares? It's not out. Okay? It's EA. They're the ones marketing the game. They want to lead with long shot. They want to promote long shot. Great. More power to them. Promote their game how they want to promote it. Because from what I can tell, a lot of the things I've seen in gameplay that have turned me off in the past have been things that are continually there. I mean, every year, my desire for a simulation football game increases, and to be truthful, Madden really hasn't met that expectation the last few years. And I can watch gameplay now and see some of the broken things in terms of blocking or assignments or shifting animations and tell that things aren't fixed in the game. And I don't know that anyone and everyone can do that, but I know that I can. There may be just as many people out there that can see those nuances, see those new intricacies, and say, wow, this game's going to be great. Look at this great interaction that's not been in the game before. I wish I was that person, but I'm not. A lot of people tell me if I'm that person, I become like a biased, horrible commentator that no one likes. But I'm not that person. You know, I like to analyze everything, the whole picture. And when I've done that this year, I know a lot of the changes they've talked about aren't really to gameplay. They're actually to the mechanics of how we play the game. Things that we like. I mean, kind of a mini game, if you will, of cornerback and defensive back. A different way of playing the game. A fun and innovative way of playing the game. How are you going to show that in a gameplay video? How are you going to show that in 15 minutes or a quarter or half? It's going to look the same. The controls are different. So to go back to what I was talking about with Axis and Canadian football, when you tell me the games look horrible or they are horrible, and I'm playing them and I know that they're not, I know they're fun to play, I don't know what benefit it is to show gameplay at this point. The game looks beautiful. Look at this picture of Kyle Juszczyk. This looks like a picture. You can really analyze this and think that it might not be from a video game. Madden's problem has never been how it looks. It's been how it plays. And until that game is in your hand, my hand, whoever's hand, we're not going to know. And my channel isn't here to review Madden. I've said for a very long time, I'm not a video game reviewer. Okay, I'm a football purist. I'm breaking down plays. I've never reviewed a game on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 to 5. I'll give it 4 quarters out of 4. I've never done that. I never will do that. Because that shows that I'm done with a game. I'm never done with football games. I'm always advancing. I always want them to get better. I always want more from them, as I said. So what I do doesn't really have an end point to it. But what I do also isn't surmised in watching someone play the game. And what you guys really shouldn't leave that opinion of a game up to me, for that matter. I mean, you shouldn't take my word for it. Feel like I just quoted Reading Rainbow. You should play the game yourself. What I have the problems with, you may be able to not deal with. You may not even care. You may not even know they were there. You know how many people I've had watch one of my videos and say, I never noticed this until you pointed it out, and now that you pointed it out, I notice it on every play, and I hate you for it. It's a compliment in a way, but it also means, in a way, I took someone's fun out of the game. And I don't like doing that. I don't do this to take anyone's fun out of the game. I do it to make the games better. So I don't care about gameplay anymore. I don't care about watching someone play Madden anymore. I care about me playing the game. I care about me analyzing the game. And I care about sharing my opinions with you and making the game better with the developers. So give the gameplay a rest, guys. And give me a rest for a little bit. I appreciate you, though. I really do. I hit 7,000 the other day. I appreciate you guys checking this video out. Lastly, I guess I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, although I'm not a baseball fan, I was growing up until they turned their back on me and went on strike. But Darren Dalton, I got to meet a few times, was a really good guy, an incredible baseball player, and meant a lot to the community. For those of you that don't know, I worked in Philadelphia for a good long while, and he meant a lot to the people there. And I hope that obviously having succumbed to his loss with cancer, much like many people do, he obviously fought very hard. I was under the impression that he was in remission, and I do hope wherever he is now is in a place that is far better with much less pain. And I certainly appreciate what he brought to my life and the happiness that him and baseball brought to me as a child, and I'm sad to see him leave this earth. With that said, I'll be back in the week with more commentary.